This issue of Natasha is a trigger for me. And like I always said, if you haven't been a victim of sexual harassment, please don't talk about it. You know why? Because it's a trigger for some people and people like me. And let me share this a little bit, Papu Doga. And every time I talk about it, I get emotional. And for people who are criticizing Natasha, this is her story. You were not there. And when I tell mine, this is my truth. You were not there. KJ said something about, will you be carrying camera everywhere you go? Sexual harassment can happen anytime, even when I'm talking to you right here. It can happen anywhere. So who has now, even though we live in the world of technology and social media, everybody will bring out their camera and all that stuff. When it happened to me in UNEC by Professor Okoro Okoro from Arondizo, I will never forget about it. I will never forget about it. He made me have a carryover. What did I do? Nothing. Because he's been trying to get my attention. I refused. And guess what he did? He waited for me until the day of the exam. We are taking his class, banking and finance. I studied accounting. It's one of those classes you have to take. This man stood behind me while I was sitting with my other friends. Stood behind me, copied my reg number, copied my name. After the exam, I did not see my result, but the rest of my friends saw their results. I went to him and I said, hey, Prof, I didn't see my results. And guess what he said to me? And I quote, meaning, have you finished running? I'm holding you. I don't know what to do. I will never forget it. I cried because that was in our third year. So I only have one chance to take this class, and that will be my final year. If not, I will not graduate with my mates. I will come back the next year, meaning that I will not go to service with other classmates. There is nothing I did not do. I thank God for my friend Chinyere Dike, because when I said this man tortured me, I went through Idiabo, he's from R&D Zog. I went through Vicent, he's from R&D Zog. These are his people. And they went to beg and they said, they should step out. This is not their business, that this is between me and him. This man opened his mouth and told me to go and pay for a hotel. And I will tell him the room number if I want to graduate from this school. As I'm talking to him, let him come and deny it. So Chinyere Dike is from Ako, Enugu State. My very good friend. She lives in Port Harcourt. And Chinyere said, this is what we're going to do. She spoke to her husband, rest in peace, Kenneth. Kenneth said, that's not a big deal, that he's going to handle it. Chinyere said, because her husband is a police officer, well and high rise, said, no, don't take that route. Chinyere told me, Ify, what you're going to do is this. Tell him that you are from Ako, Enugu State. And as a married woman, if you sleep with, somebody that's igabara, So that was the lie we cooked up. And I went to him with money. I will never forget about it. This was around early 2000, when 10,000 naira is a lot of money there. I knelt down in his office and I begged him. I said, this is it. Oh, there is nothing in it. I would have done it. I would have done this. Even just both of us, Chinyere and Chidebele, they were waiting for me downstairs. I begged this man and begged this man. This man refused. Said, you have to do the right thing. Anyway, long story short, did it happen? No, it did not happen. Believe me or not believe me. So he said I should retake the class. And if you are, I don't know how it is now. If you retake a class, if you carry over a class, it's gonna drop your GPA.
Yeah, it drops your GPA.
Yep. Okay. And that class you can't have an A. It's either B, C, D. You will never have an A.
You got a D.
No, you can have a B, C, but you cannot have an A. So I went and retook the class. Even with retaking the class, this man wasn't happy. I had to come back again to beg him. So finally, I had to come with the guy that wanted to marry me then to actually beg this man, say, I am her husband. Please. That was when the man took the money and gave me a B, and I graduated from that class. I vow, I said, we'll never forget this man. 2 months ago, Idiabo texted me and sent me a picture of Okoro Okoro. Guess what? I went mad. And I sent to him, I wrote him, I said, stop sending me anything about this man. You know what this man did to me. Guess what this idiot told me? Something that happened. You still have that grudge, that anger. So he never considered, he never thought about what I went through. The question remained, why did you even send me a picture of him? Why? Why? This have more than like 20 years ago. Why are you still talking to me about this man? What I'm trying to say is this. You know, people are criticizing Natasha, asking her to bring evidence. Do I have evidence? No. If I call Chidebele, she will tell you it happened. If I thought she called Chinyer or Luchi, they will tell you it all happened. Do I have evidence? I don't have no evidence. But let me tell you something. When people tell you a story, believe them until they tell you otherwise. Manzopara asked, we have to forget about this. We know that this.
No, I didn't say that. I said, no. Please. I didn't say that we have forgotten about. I said that.
No, I know. You were saying that it's disgusting to be talking about this case and other stuff. It might be disgusting in a country where there is no justice, because if Natasha and Akpabio is in this country, Akpabio will never smell any political office in his life again. I mean, his political career will be over. But let me tell you how stupid this man is. He's not intelligent. He's not smart. He's a coward and he's an idiot. And I will tell you why. If this man is smart enough or intelligent enough, and the day this woman made this statement, of course, we know the truth lies between Natasha and Akpabio. And he knows within himself that he said something like that to this woman, or he could have said, because everybody said Akpabio jokes too much, he would have come out and make a public apology and say, listen, I must have said something inappropriate, but I didn't mean it in that context. Please, if I offended you, I sincerely apologize. Trust me, nobody will be talking about this case right now. The reason why we are talking about it is because Akpabio and his colleague, the people that want to victimize, intimidate Natasha, want to show her or get her out of the Senate. That's why we are still talking about it. Now it is the federal government versus Natasha. And again, like I always say, Natasha, if you're listening to me, I did not sue you. I am not part of the federal government. Because if you're talking about federal government, you're talking about the whole of Nigeria as a country. No, I'm not among people. In fact, I am a victim also. So I want you to understand that this is just the people in power. And I feel so sad that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the so-called president of Nigeria, can just sit down and watch this thing happen and not make a comment. This is the whole world is watching. The case, I think, is on the 3rd of June from the evidence Natasha presented. The people are watching because I don't think she's in country. I think she's somewhere in UK, and she said she will be coming in. She will be coming with her lawyers. People are watching because what they're telling her, because from the interview she made, she said 2 senators in the senators forum or Northern Senators Forum, always told her she will go to jail. She will go to jail. She will go to jail for doing what? She will go to jail because she spoke up. She will go to jail because this is not the first person accusing Akpabio of the same thing. And I'm sure it's not the second person. It's just because she is bold enough to speak up. And still, people like this woman is being terrorized, intimidated. But like she said, this injustice can never be sustained. So I'm glad that she's taking, she's very strong. She's a woman. If I tell you that she's not tired, looking at her body language, she's mentally exhausted. As a human being, she will. It's like she's fighting the whole cabal in the Nigerian government. So she's standing alone. My annoyance in all these things is not even the case. Nobody stood up for this woman, not even one person. Even the women there did not stand up for her. Even the men did not stand up for her. And you ask yourself, where are the people? I'm not even talking about Igbo people. No, I'm asking about men. These people, they have daughters. Akpabio said he has 4 daughters, 4 girls. All these senators, I'm sure they have daughters. They can be them tomorrow. They can be the victim tomorrow. Like Natasha said at the end, I want to speak up for other girls so that they will not be a victim. Even in our system, if you want to go get a job, you must sleep with somebody or sleep with your boss in order for you to get a promotion. One of our friends here from Sierra Leone called me sometime last year. He was fired. Why? Because he made a sexual statement inappropriate to another co-worker, all because of a joke. He lost his job. Just like that, he lost his job. And this is number 3 citizen in a country. And just because somebody accused you for something, you couldn't even come out to own to it. You couldn't even find a way to mediate this thing so that this will die. Instead, you want to use fear to terrorize this woman. I know she will never get any justice in Nigeria. Of course, we know that. The court has been bought. You will take a courageous judge to, support this woman, or to, vindicate this woman, or to say, okay, this is it. I don't think she's going to get any justice. But please, men, when people come out to talk about sexual harassment as a female, be kind to them. Listen to them. You have not been in that position to see what the person has gone through. Please stop it. Stop it. If you don't know, just shut up your mouth. But for people coming out to call this woman names and all sorts of stuff, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, because if you haven't been through that, like I was talking to my friend and she told me the same thing she went through. People think we just want to, some people say, oh, she wants to bring Akpabio down. Akpabio can't even do anything. Even if, let's say, Natasha is interested, what will Akpabio do on the bed? With that big old stomach, how can he even lift it up? Huh? This woman, everything she said, you can listen to her and know that she's not lying. I'm not saying that Akpabio is lying. Come out and defend yourself. She said that they went to a panel and Akpabio pulled out. Why did you pull out? At the last minute, you pulled out. Akpabio has never spoken or addressed this issue. Instead, he's addressing it through other people. I'm not going to talk about Mwebwe, calling her a married 6 husband. Point of correction, out of any divorced woman, there is a divorced man. So whether she has married 10 husbands, that is not the point. She has every right to marry 20 if she wants to. But that's not what we are talking about. You are saying that you were there. You were there. Show us proof if you were there. Let's talk about it. If you people are asking for proof, show us the proof that all of you were there. And that did not happen. So what I'm trying to say is this. Please, men, be so kind. If you don't know, say you don't know. If you don't know how to address it, talk to your children. Let them speak up. Let them not wait, because sometimes people are afraid to speak up in a society where you can never get a justice. If it's in this country where we live, all of us who live in diaspora, we can speak up, and that can be investigated. I have patients come to me. I have a patient, a guy, the other day telling me that he was sexually harassed. And when he spoke up, he was fired. Now he's suing the company. I don't want to, it's a bigger company. I'm not going to talk about it. So, let us just be gentle and let us be kind. I know there is no justice system in Nigeria. Let us see how this thing is going to go in future. And for men, please put your 3 legs in between your legs. Control that. Most of you are married. Control that. If somebody say no, leave her alone. Don't threaten people. Your daughter might be a victim tomorrow, and your daughter might sleep with her boss in order to get promotion. How will you feel as a father? Let's be one. Let's be guided. Thank you, Papu Doka.